I heard about Rucker. That's terrible, Adam. He was our standard bearer. What direction will the movement take now?
I don't know. I spoke to Miller as he was leaving. Told me he was going to Gollum City to talk to the state police.
Damn, I hope he has better luck than you and Smiley did. Because if you think that Prague is bad now, imagine what'll happen if reaction to Rucker's death gets violent.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, FUBAR is what'll happen. What a week. And meanwhile, I'm going crazy waiting for Dr. Ozen to get back to me with my test results.
How did it go with Dr. Ozen? She ran some tests?
I swear to God, Adam. These tests they give me are more stressful than being in the field. When I'm out there, I have immediate feedback every second. And when you're doing these tests, they just stare at you and take notes. I don't like it.
Nobody does. When do you get the results?
Dr. Ozen didn't say. I don't know, hopefully in a day or two.
Try and stay positive.
Always.
So what do you think of our new doctor?
What do you mean?
I just wonder what she's really doing here.
Things are heating up here in Prague. We can use all the help we can get. I'd be worried if Interpol didn't send a psychologist. Besides, I spoke to her for an hour. I like her.
It just seems suspicious to me, that's all. We've never needed a psychologist before. Who's she watching?
Come on, Adam. You keep talking like that, and Chang's gonna change all the locks again. There are 87 agents in Prague, and I just finished handing out the new keycards.
I should get going.
Okay. Talk to you later.
I don't envy the guy who's gonna have to clean up Gollum City once they've done rioting.
Last week, a truck working for Tai Young
So
Medical
far, in spite of the
a bunch of AUG installations.
Tough break what happened to Rucker.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
I know. It's babysitter.
You could put them in with every
In the hands of irresponsible journalists, it can be. Underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective and elusive vigilante hackers for exposing big money corruption. What these journalists overlook, however, is the damage these hackers leave in their wake.
Art doesn't make sense.
The collective shuts down London's traffic grid, causing gridlock for hours and preventing life-saving medicine.
I'll see what I can dig up. You know my door's always open. Except, of course, when it's not. Wow, 2 in one day. Did maintenance take the plague cross off my door?
I'm sorry.
Arya was here earlier, and now you. That's 2 agents to walk through my door willingly. You know, while I have you, I'd love to talk with you about Rucker.
That's actually why I'm here.
You're kidding, right? Because this never happens. Sometimes I literally feel like a dentist.
I have a suspicion about who might be behind the hit on Rucker. A name. iLink came back with nothing,
But maybe I can use some of my shrink-your tricks to see what I can dig up. Maybe draw up a profile for you? So who's the guy?
Victor Marchenko.
Oh, he sounds bad. No sweat, it's nice to feel like I'm part of something. I'll let you know if I have any luck.
Thanks, Doc. I appreciate it.
The amount of data to shift through is huge. I don't think those teeth all belong to the Stanleys.
Are you here to talk?
Dwindling resources for augmented criminals is leading to an increase in arrests.
No, I'm telling you, someone's hacking into the server and reading our email.
It's gotta be Director Miller. He's got access to all our stuff.
Can we get a feed from that drone? When people disclaim responsibility.
The Palisade Bank has been having some hacker trouble lately.
Having an NSN and then
Singh deserves some kind of Interpol medal for outstanding service.
We had
I was
Jensen
studying some
inside
reform talks
just
about
talking about it.
collective. Sorry, that sounded disturbing. Love to have
We had Jensen
but
inside
there's the
Googling
chance hang up
Complex
with
today.
password
Now
security.
Talos Rucker
I've been
is
locked
dead.
out of the system
Yeah,
again.
I guess he won't be coming in for
Damn
questions.
Chinese security.
And we can look forward to even more bombs.
Damn straight. There's chatter on the web.
I was monitoring electricity usage across the city, and I came across an anomaly. One apartment in Prague is drawing enough power for a complex 3 times its size. I can't imagine what all the electricity would be for. One apartment in Prague is drawing enough power for a complex 3 times its size. I can't imagine what all the... I thought you were supposed to bring Rucker back alive. Jesus, Jesse. I've got nothing to say to you. I've got nothing to say to you.
I've been combing the files of people close to Talos Rucker to see who's most likely to feel the leadership vacuum. The new head of ARC is probably going to be Victor Marchenko. Easily the ugliest looking human being I've ever seen in my life.
I'm close to a real breakthrough on the collective. Nobody's thought of this before, but I think Janus employs flesh and blood operatives on site to make the more difficult hacks feasible.
Yes.
Oh, hey. Adam, what's going on?
Miller sent me to...
Checking my progress? Really? I said it would be done when it's done. You can't rush these things, Adam. Excellence takes time.
Right. So...
Well, I was right. Am I good or am I good?
What did you find?
Oh, just some isolated fragments from what looks like bomb's timing mechanism. And get this, it's a Stanek.
A Stanek? The bomb's timing mechanism was a wristwatch?
Well, to address your incredulous tone, a mechanical timing mechanism is not as silly as it sounds. Security scanners can detect anything with a suspicious electronic circuit, so using a low-tech solution is really clever.
Stanek watches are custom-made locally. I think I'll pay the shop a visit.
It's probably closed. Let's see if I can find you a second option. Yeah, got it. Nomad Stanek, founder and owner of the store, lives in the Davnia Vod district near Pilgrim Station. That's Putnik Nadraji in Czech, I think. Building number 96, second floor.
Thanks, I'll check it out.
Great, let me know how it goes. I'll look into Stanek's records, see if there's anything germane to the case. Call me if you find something.
How's it going?
Nice job bringing that DSD in. Of course, we probably shouldn't tell anyone else how it got here.
Underground web.
We should find out.
I don't know. How long is Director Miller going to be in Gollum City?
He told me as long as it takes. He's coordinating with state police.
I don't have a good feeling.
That explains why he went home to change first. He keeps his personal field gear in his apartment.
Of course he does. He likes his privacy. Is it true he actually lives in a penthouse?
Don't get me started. First you, now Miller. Everyone's taking a trip to Gollum today.
It's just
You'd never get me to go to the Og Ghetto, especially today. You're lucky you made it out alive. You'd never get me to go to the Og Ghetto, especially today.
This place
You're
has
lucky you
all
made it
kinds
out
of rumors
alive.
flying
If I have
around.
anything, I'll let you know.
I just find it unlikely that Miller can afford a penthouse on a director's salary. I just find it unlikely that Miller can afford a penthouse on a director's salary.
I picked up a trail on a human smuggling ring just on the fringes of Gollum. Trust me, you don't want to see this. These people thought they were going to Rabia. Fuck. Trust me, you don't want to see this. These people thought they were going to Rabia.
Someone fucked the camera. Way too much interference.
How am I supposed to get anything done?
Always watching, because you are
Hey,
always
Jensen, I'm busy. Get lost.
Part one of our two-part look at the human restoration effort.
Take a hike,
I am joined by the
agent.
head of the Department of Sociology at Harvard, Dr. Stansfield Christensen. It is a pleasure.
Help you with something, Jensen?
I heard you were on point looking into the gold mask mercs from Dubai. How's that going?
You should be more concerned with your own investigation, mate. Especially now that you've evaporated your only fucking lead.
You got something you want to say to me?
Your orders was to bring Rucker in alive, so we could sweat him for the bombings. That's not gonna happen now, is it? What happened? You get a taste for blood in 27?
You know, your ignorance is exceeded only by your charm, McCready.
Is that a fact? You think you know me?
I'm starting to get a pretty good picture of your type, yeah.
You don't know shit.
I could say the same about you.
Look, I've got work to do, Jensen, so if you don't mind...
Why do you have such a problem with me, McCready? You don't even know me.
Oh, I think I do. I've worked with your type before. You roll into barracks with your solid-state muscle, think you're more capable than the rest of us slobs.
You afraid of being replaced?
Please, mate. They broke the fucking mold when they made me. Besides, I think it's been proven that there's no substitute for good old-fashioned organic clockworks. So, again, if you don't mind, I have work to do.
So no Og can ever live down the incident, is that it?
Is this meant to be an interrogation, Mr. Shit-hot ex-cop? Because you're dancing on my last fucking nerve.
You afraid it's gonna happen again?
Listen, Frankenstein, I lost 3 men. Good men. Because one of you fucking robots had his switch.
I warned you about pushing it, didn't I? Still, that was unprofessional. Look.
We all lost something during the incident, some more than others. But the people responsible are still out there, and they need to answer for what they did. I'm not asking you to be friends, but we can't stop them as enemies.
Mismatched tools, bound by a common goal. Is that it?
Something like that, yeah.
Hell, maybe that is all we need. Suppose we just let time tell.
Right. I'll see you around, McCready.
Sure.
Tell me that no hacker has ever come close to breaching.
Maybe you could work your investigation.
Probably some nut.
From Picus, Ariel is...
Our portable data. Massive storage. Flexible.
Is he
trying to make contact with Tibor?
I was called in to consult with the Palisade Bank last week.
How about some privacy?
I used to work in a place like that. They had a cybersecurity team of 7, checking systems, updating code, you name it.
I guess that's what makes it so hard to break into.
Initiated.
Even if they do get compromised, the data can be removed physically. They have several alternate entrances, like
Access
secret
granted.
passageways.
Art doesn't make sense because of, you know, the obvious. I don't know.
I've managed
You
to
could put
track
the name of
Vince
every
all the way to the
organization on the
repertory
board
signal
guards that.
yesterday at noon, but the camera doesn't show him going out. There must have been another exit.
Did he meet somebody there?
How should I know? Dozens of people walked in during the next hour, but I didn't recognize any of them.
It's been too long, even for Black.
Access
Could be anyone.
granted.
I don't hear from him by tomorrow. I'm going to Miller. The Valley in the middle of something big, and we need to know what it is.
Art doesn't make sense because of, you know, the obvious. It's whoever we're not thinking of. Art doesn't make sense because of, you know, the obvious.
Rucker's death has got everything on the web jumping.
It's whoever we're not thinking of.
The amount of data this ship is huge.
I don't know. You could put the name of every organization on a board and get guards
Access
back.
granted.
Rucker's death has got everything on
Could
the
be
web
anyone,
jumping.
really. Art doesn't make sense because of, you know, the obvious.
If I have anything, I'll let you know.
If you're looking for Black, he ain't around. Of course.
I don't know.
I've never met anyone
We could
with
put the
more
name of every
secrets than
organization on the
Black.
board and throw darts
Hey,
at
it's a
it.
good thing you got that signal booster offline. Agent Singh spent a long time
The amount
getting
of
him with the
data
gin.
to shift through is
He'd shame to have it
huge.
closed cover.
I'd love to store some of my stuff at the Palisade, just to say I can afford it.
We're
It's whoever
monitoring
we're
a
not-
few IP addresses that we think belong to the collective, and their
The
usage is
NSN
up
is
by
a great
over
piece of tech,
30%.
but with all those functionalities, it requires
The bank I
constant
used to work
update.
at was paranoid about security.
Be careful
Their
out
NDA
there.
was the size of a novella. It's just chatter on top of chatter.
Could be anyone, really. Could be anyone, really.
It's just chatter on top of chatter.
I don't know. We could put the name of every organization on the board and throw darts at it. Art doesn't make sense because of, you know, the obvious.
Thanks for taking care of those conspiracy nuts, Jensen. Man, the thought of someone knowing where we are, I mean, I'm supposed to be digging into this Janus hacking collective, but I can't do that if I keep looking over my shoulder, waiting for the next bomb to go off.
Any progress on Janus?
Why? What have you heard?
Don't get jumpy. Just curious.
Janus has officially hacked into my sleep. I wake up trying to figure out who's tracking who. Sometimes I think I'm this close, and then nothing. But I am starting to learn one thing.
And what's that?
The less I talk about how it's going, the better it seems to be going.
How did you get started here exactly?
Miller came to me in prison. Helping him set up a cybercrimes unit was my way out.
That's a pretty good deal.
Sure, if you're looking to exchange one set of impenetrable walls for another. At least in prison, I didn't owe anyone anything. Here, yeah, I don't know. They do a good job of reminding me that I have a lot to be grateful for.
You saying they hired you because they knew you wouldn't ask questions?
No. Maybe. Look, I do ask questions. A lot of questions. Just not always out loud.
You were brought in specifically to track down Janus. You ever worked with them in the past?
I'm not one for collective ideals. Chang looks out for Chang. Sometimes our routes ran parallel, ships in the night kind of deal.
Is the collective as big a threat as people say?
People like to romanticize these kinds of hacktivist organizations.
But you don't see it that way.
They're anonymous, powerful, and convinced they have a stranglehold on what's right and wrong. In my opinion, that makes them very dangerous.
Get some sleep, Chang. You sound like you can use it.
It's whoever we're not thinking of.
Rucker's death has got everything on the web jumping.
Could be anyone, really. I don't know. We could put the name of every organization on a board and throw darts at it.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Art doesn't make sense because of, you know,
Access
the obvious.
granted.
Art doesn't make sense because of, you know, the obvious.
Remember the days when people would claim responsibility for the horrible shit they did?
I don't know. We could put the name of every organization on a board and throw darts at it.
made the most noise in the co-op?
Could be anyone, really.
Who owns that place?
Be careful
the
out
bank,
there.
The government?
The amount of data to ship through is huge.
Since then, the rift between augmented and natural
It's
has
the other
gotten
one,
so
not.
wide, so deep, it's become impossible to cross. We need a timeout. A temporary...
I don't know. We could put the name of every organization on the board and throw
If I
darts
have
at it.
anything, I'll let you know.
legislation is to ensure that they are as safe from us as we are from them. If not augmented, but I have
It's
many
whoever
friends
we're
who
not.
are, and most of them are afraid to walk outside of their homes right now.
If I have anything, I'll let you know.
Maybe they took out the train station to get at someone. Something strange is going on here. Someone is reading our emails, I'm sure of it. But nobody listens to what I have to say. Wouldn't catch me going in there.
The Juggernaut Collective hacked a few of the
Having an
police drones
NSN and then not
city and
using
got
it to
their
gather
camera
intel
footage.
in a crisis like this is just a waste.
Made the most noise in the co-op. It's not going to help our relationship with state police.
Sources close to the bank tell me that no hacker has ever come close to it.
Remember the days when people would claim responsibility for the horrible shit they did?
You should have set this right up with a body cam.
They're just their time.
Can we get a feed from the phone? Probably
Henry Fletcher.
Yeah, well, they're not the most...
That police active?
Well, you gotta look at the obvious first, right?
Nice coat.
Stay cool.
I don't have time to deal with you right now. We have a situation. I'd like to know who firebombs a watch shop. Doubt it was one of you logs.
Clear. Moving.
The conspiracy theorists are going to have a great time connecting these messages. What is just happening?
It was Stanix, wasn't it?
Enough gawking! Move back!
Držte se prosím od oblasti výbuchu dál.
Move back!
Eyes open, kámo.
Are you blind? Stanley's shop won't be open for a while.
This cannot keep happening.
Why aren't the police doing anything?
Now it's not the best time.
You're one of them.
Are you blind? That shop is closed.
I can see that. What happened?
You must have upset someone. Ogs, Diwali, who knows? But buildings don't just spontaneously erupt into flames. There's always a reason.
I'm looking for Nomad Stanek.
Sure you are. So, is this official? I knew the old man's past would finally catch up with you. Who you with? Local? National?
I just want to ask him a few questions.
Oh, sure you do. Sure you do. Just picking an old clockmaker's brain, right? You found a watch and you want to know what it's worth. Let me guess. It's your hobby, right? Right. Anyway, you won't find him in that ruin. He must have fallen behind on his payments.
Did you see what happened to the shop?
I see everything.
And what happened?
This little accident is clearly a message to Nomad. When you borrow money, pay it back.
Was he having money problems?
If you're borrowing money from the Diwali, you have money problems.
You said something about his past finally catching up with him?
Playing dumb, hmm? As if you don't already know all of this. The demonstrations, the sabotage. They used to call it activism. Now they call it terrorism.
What was he protesting?
Everything. Anti-globalization, the oil industry, boycotts, sit-ins. A real agitator.
Any idea where I can find him?
Oh, well. Prague's a big city. Might be anywhere. Guy could spend days searching if he didn't have a solid lead.
Yeah, I see where this is going.
Listen, I'm providing a service here. It's only right I get compensated. You know what I mean?
This is important, sir. I need to find Stanek before something bad happens.
Are you threatening me? You can't go around threatening people just because I'm an influential guy around here. I know a lot of sensitive information.
I can tell. Someone like you knows everything that happens in the area, don't they? Fingers on the pulse of the city, right?
Exactly. People need to know. They come to me. And they treat me with the respect I deserve. Know what I mean?
Well, I need your help. Couldn't do it without you. I can't go into details, but you'd be doing a huge service to the city. Maybe even the world.
The world, huh? I knew it! I knew I'd hit on something eventually. Stanek's holed up in a small bar in the red light district, across the street from the Red Queen.
The Red Queen, got it. Smiley, Stanek's shop was torched.
Dead end?
No. I spoke to a local who says it's Stanek went to a bar in the red light district, across from the Red Queen. I'm heading there now.
We have a couple of agents in that district watching the Diwali now. I'll send them over.
Copy that.
I'm expensive. Interesting.
This must be the heaviest place on Earth.
Hey, I'm a citizen. I have rights.
cannot detain me without charging me. This I know.
And I know you're gonna sit there quietly and wait with us like a good little watchmaker.
I've got this, Agent Riley. You and your partner can relax for a few minutes.
Everything off the rails.
Wait a minute. I know you. You've been in my shop. What is this?
You have some things to answer for, Mr. Stanek. We have evidence linking you and your shop to the train station bombing.
Bombing? No, I would never. I wouldn't even know where to start. You have the wrong man. I don't have a staff. It's only a small shop. You know that. It's Jensen, right? Your name?
It is. Think, Mr. Stanek. Is there anyone else who had access to your shop?
There's only myself and my...
Your daughter?
No. Look, take me in. I'm the one you're looking for, not her. I have made bombs for them.
I don't think so. Protecting your daughter is admirable, Mr. Stanek. But you're not doing her any good by taking the blame. You need to tell me what you know.
You're right, I know. Allison was in the military. She always wanted to belong, to be part of something greater than herself. She was such a beautiful child. Gifted.
What happened?
After the incident, she met some people. They said they were her friends, but I could see they only wanted to use her. Parasites, and now they have taken her. You must help! She is not to blame for this. She has been coerced.
Calm down. What do you mean they've taken her?
Allison and I were supposed to meet here tonight. Instead, one of them came by, spewing curses about fleshers and naturals. He gave me a message from her. She was saying goodbye. But she would never. They used her, and now they intend to make her disappear.
Your shop was firebombed. People in the area think it may have been the Diwali. Did they ask you for protection money?
Redich? Nicolazzi? No. I make him watches for a discount. I was never a wealthy man, but my shop was well known and respected. After what happened to Allison, Redich knew I needed all the money I had.
So you worked out a different arrangement. So why would the Diwali firebomb your store?
Redich is a man of business. If someone makes him a better offer, friendship means nothing to a thug.
Does your daughter have the expertise to do this?
Much more than I do. She was in the military. EOD, they called it. Explosive Ordnance Disposal.
The bomb squad?
Yes. She was happy in the military. They augmented her, rebuilt her to make her better at what she did. But after the incident, she was dishonorably discharged. She was lost.
That's when these new friends found her.
Ugh. They exploited her, and now they plan to discard her.
What do you know about these friends of hers?
Other than they were augmented? Not much. They only spoke to Allison when they came to the shop. As if anyone unaugmented was beneath them. They kept talking about the Ascension, whatever that is.
Where can I find Allison, Mr. Stanek?
I wish I knew. I would go and get her away from those people. I was about to go looking for her when your goons showed up.
We'll find her. I need you to go with these agents. I'll have some more questions for you.
No! I have to go! I have to help her! She's all I have.
Please, let us do our job.
Find my daughter, or I will!
Smiley, I spoke to Stanek. He's not our guy, but he has a daughter. Allison. Ex-military, EOD. She might be the bomb maker.
So what's our next move?
Stanek says he doesn't know where she is, but I think he's hiding something. The agents are bringing him in. Until he gives her up, this investigation is stalled.
I'll make sure they lean on him. See what he knows.
Good. Let me know what happens.
I got something.
You do not think we are in any
Build a
actual
better
danger
tourist
here, do you?
and the world will be the...
No, we should be far enough away from Golem City. I didn't think things would be so bad here. I should have vacationed in California.
Oh my.
Don't be shy. We've seen it all here.
Hej, jste připravený a nažavený? Možná už je čas líknout na věc, ne? Pamatujte, soukromí pokoje jsou k dispozici nahoře. Oh yeah! Dobrý večer, přátelé Rudý královny. Pozdravte Anešku. Má ráda jízdu na koních a klidný večery u táboráků. To již havíš, havíš, havíš. Pamatujte, dámy a pánové, v baru platí zákaz ošahávání. A teď to pořádně roztočíme. Dámy, zadržejte nám.
Are you from around here? I just love it.
Sorry, sir. I can only answer questions from
I
people
can't
in private.
I'm not from around. In fact,
I was
I'm on a
hoping
tour.
for a little more party action here. This is definitely not as advertised.
Skoro mi připadá, že jsme v chomoutu s rusákama.